My wife's got a brand new Camry, and they say change oil every 10,000 miles. I don't believe that. I want to do it at least every 5,000, and I'd like to do the oil that it calls for, which is 0W16. But it seems I've heard you really rant on the zero weight oil, so I thought I would check with you before I put any of that in there.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, John. I've got this mountain bike that I get out and I try to ride it like once a week, just for some cardiovascular exercise. And I wouldn't put the 016 on its chain for lubrication. It's not sufficient for a bicycle chain. Why they would tell you to put it in an engine is just so stupid. I'm like, from a mechanical point of view, I'm like, well, you may as well just go into your cupboard and pull out some Wesson cooking oil. It's probably got more viscosity than a 016 oil. I mean, it is the dumbest thing that has ever been stated in the automotive industry in my lifetime. It's stupid. It's stupid. They do this in order to try to squeak just a little tiny bit more fuel economy out of an engine. And the trade-off is not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Toyota's really been pushing this now for a little while, and folks are taking these back to the dealer, and you can listen to these engines. Just open your hood and listen to the motor. I mean, you hear all these little noises and ticks and everything else going on. The motor's just starving for oil, even though it's got oil in it. There's no viscosity to this oil. There's nothing there to keep parts separated. It's just sitting there beating itself to death. Going to be real lucky to get 80,000 miles out of these engines. I mean, that's just a given. There's nothing there to keep parts separated. There's not enough viscosity to make things slide and build pressure between parts. There's just no viscosity there. And they can sit there and tell you anything they want. Oh, it's just new motor. It's got higher oil pressure. It's all BS. It's none of this. It's ridiculous what they're doing. And folks are paying premiums for these cars, and they're not going to get any service life out of them. The motors are not going to, if they're making payments on them, the car's not going to last until it's paid for. This is really a sad shame. We get vehicles like that in that's got this 16 weight oil in it, and we go and we put the AMSOIL 0W30 in them, and I'm telling you, it completely changes the entire personality of that car. The motor is smooth. It's got more power. The fuel economy goes up, all because you don't have all this friction. You actually are putting lubrication in the motor. And then, you got to look at it like this. We use the AMSOIL, and we're only changing it once a year every 15,000 mile. If you run 16 weight oil, you could change it every 1,000 mile, and it's not going to make any difference because the oil can't lubricate the motor properly. It's just going to sit there and eat itself alive. I mean, cylinder wall wear, oil consumption. When you use an oil that is that thin, your piston rings can't even seal. There's not enough there's not enough viscosity on the piston rings. So what happens is compression starts blowing right past the rings. I understand why the manufacturer's trying to do this to make the EPA happy. But what's crazy about it is you use the 030 AMSOIL, which is 10 times the oil of any 16 weight, and literally all these things, the motor smooths out, it runs better, there's more power, the fuel economy goes up. It's like they're intentionally trying to kill your car, and I don't understand that. I've got Toyota, recommending 16. You got a crazy mechanic on the radio telling you 030. You're going to have to come to a realization on who you're going with here. I've probably built more engines than whoever recommended 16 weight oil. I'll put it to you like that, but there's just no reason for it. And then people sit there and, I'll have machinists and old mechanics, retired guys that are in their 80s and 90s, and they ask me questions, they're like, Larry, why are they coming out with all these stupid, really low viscosity oils? And I'm sitting there going, I think it is just a master plan to make these engines fail. You know, Toyota getting tired of these daggone cars lasting 40 years. But, you know, it's like this. From a machinist standpoint, rod and main bearing clearances in an engine, let's say back in the mid-60s, was 1/1000. That was the clearance back then. The clearances are still the same today. They haven't changed any. You can't make it tighter because you'll seize an engine up whenever the engine warms up because metal expands. So you can't make it looser or you're going to have an engine with low oil pressure and the motor's going to be noisy and it ain't going to last very long. So 1/1000 are the same clearances that we're dealing with today as we were dealing with in 1957, for goodness sakes. So, you know, that has not changed in an internal combustion motor. Those tolerances are still the same. So, therefore, there is, and, you know, back then, what are we using? 40 and 50 weight, straight weight oils to keep parts separated. Oil technology has changed an awful lot, but not to the point where you can use a 016 oil, especially here in Central Florida. You know what? You might be able to get away with this if you're in Michigan or Alaska or someplace in Canada, but anything, especially south of the Mason-Dixon line, where you've got a lot of heat weather-wise, along with a an environment in a car like this, 030 AMSOIL. You got the coldest low pour point there is of any oil with a 0. But the only difference is at normal operating temperature, you're going to have a 30 weight viscosity. You know, we're talking about 45, wait a minute. We're talking almost, 48, 49% more engine protection with a 030 versus a 016. That's astonishing when you think about it from a mechanical aspect. John, we do wish you the absolute best with both of these vehicles. Hope the governor pressure sensor helps you on the Durango, and by all means, you got to kick the 016 habit any way you can. I wish you luck.
Well, I thank you. I remembered correctly, and I won't put that in there.
Let me know how that engine sounds once it gets its first dose of the 0W30 AMSOIL.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Hi, folks. Larry Perry here. For automotive information, maybe you got automotive questions on cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Maybe you're thinking about purchasing a used vehicle, and maybe you just want my opinion. Tune in to the Magic Mechanic radio show every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on wdbo.com. Also, tune in to our Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll all get together, maybe fix a few cars while we're at it.